So as a DoorDash Dasher, you might have heard that they just added package pickup as a new order type. And get this, if you don't have a lot of time, you're busy, and actually comment down below why you're side hustling. Look at this. I just surveyed you, our team members here. At the time of filming this, I asked you, why are you side hustling? And half of our team members responded with, hey, I'm trying to catch up with bills/debt. 19% responded with, they're trying to build capital for an investment or a business. Comment down below. I'm really curious if you're trying to do that, what it's for. 16% with earning extra spending money. In this video, I brought on my twin brother, Matt, right here next to me, and I'm going to get his real raw feedback with this brand new Dasher program, because DoorDash actually just updated their support page as well, going through a complete walkthrough. So Matt, thank you for being here. I know you're busy, and I think you're going to provide great insight, because I know, folks, if you're busy as well, Matt's going to provide some great insight. So again, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Looking forward to it.
He hasn't seen it, folks. And again, if you didn't know, it's a brand new order type that you're going to pick up a package from a customer. This is something we're watching in 2023. I've been saying this at least for a year and a half. This is the new earnings opportunity. Let's get into it. That you're going to go to the customer's location. You're going to pick up a package that needs to be returned to right here, UPS, USPS, FedEx. The first time you're seeing this, Matt, and actually this is the first time I'm seeing this on DoorDash's support page as well. How do you feel about delivering a package, pick it up to the customer's location? Here's the example, right? You drop it off at a FedEx. I mean, it seems pretty easy. Would you do this? Is it attractive for you?
Yeah. So after driving thousands of food delivery and ride share, so now we're talking, like Mike said, about doing this package delivery. So this is the first time I've ever seen this, and I am jumping back into the side hustle space. My family was growing, and now things are available for me to start driving again. So what I would say is, initially, you have to look at this map. And like you do with food delivery, where it shows you where you're going, how long is the trip, number one. Number two, something I just thought of is there's no lines. You go to a food delivery.
Exactly.
Go to a restaurant, and then there's maybe more people in front of you, more dashers, more customers in the store, and you're way back in line. I like this option.
100% I was thinking. Same thing I was thinking, that there's no lines. All right, but here's the deal. There's gonna be something. So let me show you here. Let's scroll through here. So here's what your order screen is gonna look like. Now here's what's interesting, folks. Comment down below. Have you gotten this package order type? Because this is using the quote unquote old screen, and you can click the card above. There's a brand new order screen that changed most all of this layout wise. This is using that old screen. So $7 in this example, 1.3 miles. That's a good dollar to mile ratio. Now look, it says pick up the package at customer's address. Cool. Let's move on. Package retrieval from the customer. So here's the deal. If the customer is going to have a QR code, if applicable, they're going to send it to you via the DoorDash chat. I think that's kind of weird. I think it should be like attached within the app, just like a little button you can click to open QR code, whatever. Matt, this is the pickup right here. It says pick up Tom Smith, et cetera, et cetera. Now we can see here, you're picking up a lightweight sealed package. Packages need to be under 30 pounds, and we're picking it up at the customer's door, and they're responsible for packing it, for setting it out there. And actually, just so you know, or let me ask you, because you don't know, what's the maximum number of packages like you would be okay with picking up? If they had to return like 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, like what's a good number for you?
I'm just going to pick a number based on maybe taking 1 or 2 trips from the car to the door. I'd say 5 or 6.
It is 5. That's a good guess. So yeah, folks, 5 is the max number that these customers can return. I don't think it's going to really be 5. I think you're going to do like 1 or 2. Okay. QR. Well, let me get your thoughts, Matt. I mean, they send you this QR code. That's what you're going to need to scan whenever you get to the UPS, whatever. What do you think about this so far?
Well, first of all, we're talking about this because you might be deciding, like I am, I'm going to enter back into the side hustle space. And I need to know, okay, which one am I going to make the most money in? That's all we really care about. That's amazing that half of you are doing side hustles, or maybe this is your full-time hustle to meet your goals, to pay down debt. while other of you have other reasons. I want to make as much money as possible. So I'm looking at this and what's going to get in the way of me making money? Well, what if the customer forgets to send me the QR code, or I'm trying to get a hold of them? Hello, I'm here, and they're not checking their phone. So that might be a potential snag. I don't think it's going to happen often. I'm still doing this. I'm still trying it. We tell you all the time. Again, I've driven thousands of rides, and you don't know until you try it. This, number one advantage, it's easy. There are no lines. Number two, it's not really a big deal, but you're not going to have any food smell in your car. You don't have to worry about kind of permeating the fabric of your vehicle if you're worried about that at all. Or
no spills.
Spills, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm doing under 30 pounds. It should fit in most vehicles as well.
Yeah. I mean, 30 pounds, I gave the example of like cat litter. Cat litter is going to be the heaviest thing if it's in there. Now, I mean, there's a whole restrictive and illegal list, DoorDash list. It's common sense stuff. So this should all be, no problem transporting this stuff. Should be sealed. Yeah. I mean, there's the delay thing. What happens if they didn't seal it? You have to contact the customer. What happens if they try to just like return the headphone box that is not in like a shipping container? That's a problem. Like, hey, you got to contact them and it's kind of a pain. Then they're like, oh, I left, I thought you would take it. Then it's kind of a pain.
Right.
Then would DoorDash compensate you in part because you can't deliver it? So DoorDash says, if there's issues, you have to contact the customer, go through support. But let's look at the drop-off instructions. So as I mentioned, you get that QR code. So it says right here, folks, at the top left, if you're following, go to the counter and show the QR code to the store associate. So you're like, hey, I got a DoorDash package return, you might say. Boom, they scan it, which indicates that it's checked into their system. And then you take a photo of the receipt just for the customer's confirmation, like, hey, here's a receipt. We dropped it off. And then you're pretty much good to go. It says go to the counter and show the QR codes. Now, this is brand new, folks. It just went live last week. So, Matt, no lines at restaurants, no like, oh, we have 10 orders, whatever. What's your concern level with like lines at FedEx, UPS? Is there a separate counter? I don't know. We don't really know. Comment down below. And any concerns with wait times at the actual facility?
So here's my initial thoughts. A few things jumped out right away. So are you going to have enough customers doing this option through DoorDash versus doing this themselves through USPS or going to the store themselves? Are you going to get enough of these orders to really make a good dollar per hour? I understand this might be in addition to your food deliveries.
Right.
And you're thinking, well, should I accept these additional orders? I would question how many of these would you get, number one. Number two, will the employees know that you have a DoorDash bag that you're delivering packages? Because at a restaurant, they know if the food is ready, then they're going to ask you who you're waiting for, or sometimes the bags are already laid out. So you skip the line essentially. Because your DoorDash bag. So no skipping the line. They may not know, oh, this is a package delivery with DoorDash. That's another thing. But think about this. This is a plus side to, if you're considering this, there's no rush time. There's no dinner rush at a package store, right? There's no lunch rush per se. Now, in the holiday time, typically, right, the more people are sending or receiving packages to loved ones, what have you. So I would, maybe I'm just speaking on my own here. Every time I've gone to UPS, there's been maybe one or two people online and it goes really quick, usually. So I'm for this. I think there's more pros and cons from what I'm seeing initially with maybe a little bit of concern, but it's probably not enough concern about the frequency of these package requests, because I could fill my time with food delivery on the side as well.
Well, of course. Yeah. I mean, I feel like 75, 80+% restaurants, 10% DashMart, like the convenience runs at those little stores, and then 5% or less, package delivery. Because I don't see a ton of customers using this versus just doing it themselves. And yes, It is new, so it's going to take time to scale anyway, so you're not going to get a ton of these. DoorDash kind of marketed it as like, hey, it's January. This is the busiest time for package returns because of gifts like, hey, I'm sorry, Aunt Susie, I don't want your we're just trashing sorry, Aunt Susie, I don't want your whatever. And people are returning stuff. With these gig apps here, if you're driving for business, you should probably be recording it. Like not probably, you really need to be recording that info somewhere. The hours, the miles, how much you made, how many assignments, it can be rideshare, it can be food delivery, it can be grocery, anything. So on your driveformike.com, that's our website. We have an Excel sheet and a Mac numbers sheet available for purchase. It is an extremely small one-time investment that protects you to actually have documentation. That's at yourdriveformike.com. Click resources, get that spreadsheet ASAP. That's going to be really important to keep track of that numbers to protect you in case of an audit, what have you, that you actually have documentation. Confirm the pickup instructions with the customer beforehand. Yeah, I mean, pickup's going to say, hey, it's by the garage, by the front door. That's pretty straightforward. The packages should be sealed unless otherwise noted. Take a photo or note how many packages picked up. Okay, it says unless otherwise noted. So I guess we could pick one up that's not sealed, but I saw something down here as well. So the customer expected me to have packaging material. Am I supposed to head to the mail carrier first? The customer is informed during the ordering process that they are responsible for preparing the package before Dasher arrival. If the package is not prepared and the customer is unable to do so, the customer does not have the packaging material. Proceed to item not ready workflow. It's going to go through this whole thing. Are we going to see more and more non-food orders? So packages and DashMart convenience stores. And let me tell you this, because you're just, getting back into the dashing space yourself, we're seeing more grocery runs. So you'll go to a Target and shop for grocery like Instacart or Shipt. We talked about, 80+% being restaurant runs. In 2023, is that going to go down? If so, to what proportion versus all that other stuff? Or is it going to stay up there? What do you see in 2023 for Dashers?
So I'm not sure how many Dashers join your specific market versus the ones that leave a particular market. What I would imagine is that the 75 to 80% of your orders being food delivery will remain. What I think will happen is they're going to test. So they're going to send maybe a flurry of Dashers in your area, a grocery request, and then this new package request. And they're going to see essentially what sticks to your market. So what do users typically like or accept doing the most often in, let's say, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where we're at? So there's no guarantee that you're only going to get package delivery with DoorDash. You're very likely, like Mike said, going to get a mixture, but you're going to have more options. The basic fundamentals of dollars per mile that Mike talks about how much earning your goal setting. Let's say I want to make $20 an hour, 25 an hour. The time of day. So let's say maybe you don't want to drive the restaurant rush around 5 o'clock. I think you should, but maybe you try and accept those package delivery orders so you're avoiding the busy restaurants. That's a personal decision. It doesn't really matter what you accept as long as you're meeting your goals on an earnings standpoint. So I think we're going to see the same balance, but you're going to have more options to make money, which is only a good thing because there's no penalty to decline these package or the grocery orders.
And folks, if I'm remembering correctly, comment down below, but I believe, at least at the time of filming this, DoorDash said you can even cancel this without hurting your acceptance or completion rate. You can decline this order without affecting your acceptance rate, that's always been the case. But it says and completion rate, which is huge, which means you could actually accept it and then cancel without penalty. Again, at least at the time of filming this video. So Matt, you don't think there's going to be a wild swing in proportion? You think we're mainly still going to get the restaurant runs, but this adds another option. And listen, folks, I mean, we're not affiliated with DoorDash. I mean, there's no sponsorship or anything here. I mean, we just want you to make as much money as possible. If there's a better option, we're going to bring it to you, and I want you to look at all these different side hustles and other business ventures as well. Because Matt said at the start of this video, I mean, we're trying to make as much money as possible. And it's not about hey, I love DoorDash, and that's all we talk about here. It's just a very popular side hustle. Let's talk about your strategy for people here, because you provide a good insight. You're busy. You got family, you got a job, you got a lot going on. So getting back into dashing, which we're excited to see, subscribe here, drop a like in this video if you appreciate Matt being here and more content from him on the channel here. What's your strategy going to be for doing DoorDash? Like time-wise, DashMart runs? Would you do shopping runs for grocery? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so I've talked about this in other videos. When I talked about my experience with doing DoorDash or Grubhub or, doing ride share, whatever happens to be alongside Mike for years here, I typically do, it's a personal choice. If you like being on your feet, if you like being outside, which I do, that's why I like food delivery. If you prefer to stay in your car, you love customer service and talking to folks, then rideshare is a really, really good option. But at the end of the day, we're trying to make money, right? So you really, like Mike said, do DoorDash, do Uber Eats, whatever happens to be. It's just that DoorDash is a really, really good option. My strategy is diversify. My option on what I'm choosing to do week to week might change. And that's exactly why we talk about it on this channel. I really appreciate Mike inviting me back.
To diversify your revenue is the big thing here. And we can have these active revenue streams, but I also want you to look at semi-passive revenue streams, selling a product, course, or service, affiliate income, monetizing across socials. And that reminds me, the course Mastering YouTube is in the works, and it's being close to being drafted and ultimately edited and produced for you. And the only way you're going to get the best pricing on that is that launch pricing. So subscribe if you want to be in the know to learn how to dominate and monetize right here on YouTube. That's allowed me to do this full time and create a six-figure income. And I don't care the niche that you're going to talk about. And I appreciate those who have already reached out with interest. You're going to get the best pricing on that. So yeah, Matt, it's multiplying your revenue streams, and it's leaning into what works. I mean, the second that DoorDash doesn't work, folks, we're not going to lean on DoorDash. And I've done that with other apps like Shipt. They were hot, they cooled off, and we bring you more options. And it's going deeper as well. I'm excited to bring you real estate, hopefully later Q3, Q4, right here on the channel with an income property. How eager are you to expand away from DoorDash even? Because we just recently got activated on GoPuff. And would you look at Walmart Spark? I don't like Walmart Spark as of late, but are there any other apps you like to try that have caught your attention, or even business ventures? Because if you don't know, folks, Matt has a YouTube channel that, again, it's a really evidence of best practices in that Mastering YouTube course. Obviously, I coach him, then, we talk one-on-one, obviously, to help him grow that channel to over 5,000 subscribers and monetizing that channel. Tell me about your monetization ideas and plans here into 2023 and later on in the year.
Yeah, well, my core is getting out there on the road and doing side hustles like food delivery, like GoPuff, like Mike said. Honestly, guys, I would be doing this 100% full-time if I could. I still do it as a side hustle, but I love it. I love helping you. I love helping you know what's out there. GoPuff is going to be a big one for me. I like the concept. There's the bags are ready. You go to the warehouse, you pick it up, you go to the customer, drop it off, you turn right around. And I just see that as a quick cash flow. I think food delivery is still going to be big. Keep in mind with school starting up here in January, at the time of making this video, college is back in session. So you're going to have a lot of students from now until summertime ordering food delivery. It's huge. Going into the fall, football, a lot of food delivery, right? A lot of orders. So I'm going to do that. And don't sleep on rideshare either, because you can take students and fans to and from where they're going. Again, diversifying. Expect more videos, more ride-along videos in the field from me in 2023. Looking forward to it.
Well, we're excited to see it. Folks, drop a like on this video if you appreciate Matt being on here again. And thanks for being on the channel again.
Anytime. Thank you.
And I tell you, folks, we have so many things coming in 2023, from real estate to having more of Matt on the channel. Obviously, love to have him on the channel. Go check out what he's doing over on Frunk to Trunk here on YouTube. brand new courses to help you just dominate either a side hustle or a full-time hustle, especially with that YouTube course I'm really excited about, and just continuing to go big and helping you out from A to Z, helping you build out multiple revenue streams from active to semi-passive. I'm really excited to bring that to you here in 2023 and beyond. So folks, if you gotten value in this video, if you want to see more of Matt, and if you just appreciate what we do here, drop a like on this video. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.